Welcome to the Social Revolution. I'm John Naylor and I'm joined by Casey. Now, Casey, who?
Brignall,
Okay.
which I struggle to say with a smile on my face.
No, but that's it. No, but you're CaseyRose.com, and that's ROZE.
That's right.
As well.
Because we've got to be a little bit funky.
All right.
Yeah,
So, let's
not
get...
too sweet.
All right, good on you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to the advertorial at the end of the show, all right? You'll get your opportunity, just settle out of it. Now, what's happening on the news lately, Casey? What have you seen?
I have no idea because I don't actually watch the news. I don't like to watch the news actually because I just find it's a lot of negativity and biased opinions. And
You really don't watch any news?
No, I don't.
Okay. Like, I watch some. ABC, you don't watch?
No.
Election night. How about election? Everybody watches election night.
No. I find out the next day on Facebook or something who's won because generally to me with election night too, again, it's the red party and the blue party. I need to inform myself a bit better when it comes to political stuff.
Yeah, hang on. You are registered to vote, Casey.
I am definitely registered to vote. And I study like the night before on what everyone's about. So.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying about that whole negativity thing because,
Yeah.
as you know, traditionally in media, big media, they said if it bleeds, it leads. As you know, it's one of the old
Yeah.
adages in media. I can't remember who coined that phrase, but it's famous
Yeah.
and kind of relevant, you know. But what that doesn't excite you.
No. I mean.
But okay, well, let's compare that with the option. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I checked, you know, my news feed before I got started, and we had
Yeah.
Indian man dies in MRI. How do you feel about that?
I shouldn't giggle, but the way it's written, I probably, honestly, if I saw it, I'd just keep flicking through.
How about kangaroo knocks guy off bicycle?
I might be a little bit intrigued to see how that happened, but I actually did see that video on Instagram.
Are you kidding? Did you?
Yeah, but it wasn't through a news channel. It was actually through a radio station. Had put the footage up there.
Oh, okay.
So I think because of them, that's why I had stopped. Because I'm like, oh, what's this video? Oh, it's a newsfeed thing. It wasn't the radio station.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of interesting what's going on there. And we see that, and there's even one of the books over the back here talks about the fact is what we actually watch on social media. I've read,
Yes.
three of them. But what was interesting is the formula for like, something going viral. It was really interesting, I found, because it sort of said, well, bleeds, it leads. It's like, oh, blood and gore, let's watch it, or I'm forced to watch it by the big channels.
Yeah.
As opposed to that, where you've got happy curiosity
Yeah.
descending into anger is a really good formula to get something viewed and shared and commented upon type thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, the case in points, and you know, and there's still blood at the end of this one, so
Yeah.
prepare yourself, folks. But
Not
you
at
know,
this one.
okay, you can plug your ears if you want, Casey. But you know, so like happy seal pup lying on ice block in the Arctic, you know,
Yeah.
looking cute as anything, as a cute white fluffy thing. Them being bludgeoned to death by some sort of seal pup, you know, merchant type thing after the pelts. With blood at the end of it. I did warn you.
And the saying is, the capture's probably something like, you'll never believe what happens to the seal when. When what?
When what? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's clickbaiting, and it's done
Yeah.
very well. And you see certain industries that do that very belligerently and very, very, very well. You know. So, is that the future of media? I don't know.
I don't know. It's funny because I've seen it. I think I've seen it so much. Like it'll ask you a question, or I can't believe this happened when she put this and this together. And I think I've personally seen it so much that now I just even ignore it.
So you switched off to that.
Yeah.
You've switched off the TVs.
Yeah.
You've switched off the news, and now you switched off to you're not going to believe what happened when.
Yeah.
You know.
There's more to the world than my bubble. I don't live in my bubble. I know that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's even one thing in
Yeah.
terms of like a narrow casting opportunity that happens
Yeah.
with digital video media. You know, the media companies used to have big infrastructure, printing presses, and you know, buying rolls and rolls of paper that filled trucks.
Yeah.
They'd have a television mast on,
Yeah.
on a nearby hill, and massive expensive infrastructure to
Yeah.
distribute the broadcast media. We get to broadcast in the narrow media like we are to you, our lovely fans. I think I've got 10.
I've got a few more than that.
Okay. So
I'd like to think anyway.
Well, between the two of us, maybe 25, you know, so thank you very much, all one of you. You know, my very special friends. I wish actually a few more of my friends did actually. You know, I ask my friends, you're watching the video? And they go, no, we don't.
Your friends and your family love you, but they don't seem to support you like everybody else.
I don't believe that what's happening here. Just ignore us for a minute, folks, while I just get rid of whatever's happening here. Some Microsoft
I'll just do
message.
this.
Yeah, just put your hand over it. It's a social revolution and we can't get away from the pop-ups. So anyway, look, narrow casting is where the future is, I think, type thing, because we don't have that expensive infrastructure. We don't need the printing press. We don't need the broadcast media.
No.
And, you know, we get to talk first right, which I think is fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what I love too, is the fact that you know, yes, I don't watch the news and I don't read a lot of things that fly through on my Facebook feed or whatever, but I get to choose what I watch through Netflix or Foxtel, or watch back-to-back Game of Thrones episodes or something like that. But you're right. I think by doing that and having the, what did you call it? The narrowcasting.
Yeah. Good on you.
That, as you said, we get to talk to our tribe. So we get to now give a message to the people that actually want to hear it. Just like I'll watch Game of Thrones because I want to watch Game of Thrones, not because the channel said this is the only thing that's on right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. While you're watching your Game of Thrones, like the East Central Business Show, which is the pointy end of what we love to do at East Central, and that's have professionals come in to sit in Casey's chair there and talk about their most important subject, you know. Yeah. And it might be ISO 9000 compliance for you know, quality assurance, you know, that's a topic intriguing to you, I'm sure, Casey.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
It didn't pop up on my Facebook page, that's for sure.
Okay, so Casey's not an active follower of ISO type accreditation or quality assurance, but there's people that do get off on that stuff, and they're in that sort of business. So, and you get to narrowcast in video on that subject, then obviously you're going to get right in their face, and you're going to talk to them. And video, as we're doing right now, is a great option for us to showcase who we are authentically, truthfully, and the pointy end of what we love to do. You know? So
that's it.
I see that's a future. And then on the flip side of that is then if you're then attaching yourself or putting yourself out there as an industry expert and connecting with people in that way through social media, you then get that to turn that into the in-person situation where, and that's where the rubber hits the road. That's where you start to make some money out of this. You know, where you're actually starting to do things for people because they perceive you as an expert.
Exactly. And I think things like this, whether it's video, podcast, whatever, you're giving so much value to your tribe, your community anyway. That's great. But yeah, as you said, the rubber hits the road, the money starts being made when you actually make those face-to-face connections.
Yeah, and that's what you love to do, Casey.
I love it. I do. I always have.
Time to play Casey. Now, so what do you love to do with CaseyRose.com? What is it that you love to do? Because it's in-person stuff. You like people. I
love people. There are people in my life who don't understand why you need to talk to others, but I do. I love people. I'm one of those who I've just always been fascinated by, I guess, personalities and how people react to certain things. I can sit there. Like, I'm more than happy to entertain myself by literally sitting and just people watching. But I also get a real kick out of knowing that, you know, I can introduce you to someone that's going to benefit you in some way.
Exactly.
And that's like the biggest thing. So I think that's why I love people, because I can't do that unless I know people
and make those connections. It's a rare thing, Casey.
Apparently, I keep getting reminded of this lately. I'm like, really? I thought it was super easy to do.
Well, that's right. I've got a friend in Sydney, and he's pointy end of business. He's doing big IT system stuff. He says, you know, the thing about you, John, is you like people. Yeah. No, doesn't everybody? Doesn't everybody? No. Most people don't like people. But but the real value in terms of getting to know someone and intriguing yourself by their story and getting to know them is where you actually start to make some dollars.
Exactly. And it's not, you know, tell me about your business, I'll tell you about mine, and let's share those stories. It's what do you do on the weekends? You know, we were talking before, you know, do you have kids? Do you ride motorbikes? That type of thing. Like, you find that common ground, and that's where you start to build that friendship and that relationship and the sales, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, I'm famously known amongst one of my groups, my hiking group actually, is the guy that's like, doesn't introduce himself as like, you know, what's your name? Yeah. It's like, hi, I'm John Naylor. What do you do?
Yeah.
It's like,
tell me about yourself.
Or before you, oh, what was your name again? You know, that sort of thing goes on. But that's valuable. And that's what you like to do with your business. You like to work with professionals on their interpersonal skills.
Their interpersonal skills, and all the soft skills, whatever you want to call it, which is basic. Sometimes it's just basic human stuff. But I think because, you know, we are in such a world of social media that sometimes, not everybody, and I'm not putting it, you know, someone in a box or anything like that, but some people have forgotten that human connection, you know, or it's now nerve-wracking because they spend so much time behind a screen that they're on a computer, even though they're dealing with people, when they have to deal with people in real life, it's a totally different scenario.
That's it. I'm an IT guy long term, and people go, what's going wrong with you?
Yeah.
You act like an IT guy.
A lot of generally IT, again, not boxing anybody, but general IT people are happy behind a screen than talking to people.
Then they sort of feel safe in that space. But
that's
you
it,
put
the
yourself
safety,
out there, and that's the way you get on the entrepreneurship of the startup game.
Exactly.
Now, what's the best way to connect with you, Casey?
Social media.
Okay. What are they going to look up?
So you can look up Casey Brignall, or even Casey, the networking rock star. That is my little tagline.
Fantastic.
I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, pretty much under the same thing, but it's a KACIE.
Okay, fabulous. All right, we're completely out of time. Casey, thanks very much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
That's another episode done, The Social Revolution. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.